Good evening. Today is March 13, 2019. Time is 5:30 p.m. Today is a regular meeting of the Ethics Commission for the City of Laredo. Go ahead and call the meeting to order. Start with roll call. I'm Sigifredo Perez, present. Mr. Saba Zapata.
Present.
Ms. Ariana Alexander.
Present.
Mr. Hector Lee Patiño. Mr. Frank Castillo.
Present.
Mr. Vidal Cantu. Mr. Henry Herford.
Present.
And Ms. Elsa Galvan.
Present.
Okay, we have a quorum. Oh, Mr. Pease, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't think they missed me.
Skipped right over you after Ms. Alexander. Mr. Pease is present. Okay, did we have anybody sign up for general communications?
No,
Citizen
sir.
communications?
No, sir.
Okay, so then let me proceed to item number 3, approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
To approve the minutes?
Yep.
Okay, and there's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Against? Item passes. Next item is 4, staff reports. It's the annual report, Ms. Paul.
Lisa Paul, Ethics Compliance Officer, City of Laredo City Attorney's Office. Commissioners, you all have a copy of the annual report, which is prepared pursuant to Section 811 of the Code of, or the City of Laredo Code of Ethics. And so it provides for the submission of an annual report to City Council that details the activities and complaints. And so what's on the agenda before you all is consideration of the annual report. And if you all have changes to that report that you would like to recommend or discuss, we can discuss those now.
Okay, I'm looking at it here, and it says that it had met, we've met a total of 8 times, but it has the number 6 instead of the 8.
Okay, we can make that change.
You know, that needs to be corrected.
8-6, okay, yes. So noted.
Ms. Paul, one question. I know that this commission ordered training for Mr. Chavez and for Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes.
Who followed up on that training be done?
Our office followed up, and we do have confirmation that he did take that training, which should be, I believe it was,
It's part of the report, but it doesn't say the actual date what he was taking or.
we can include the dates if you all want to move for the dates
I
that
would-
the training was.
I would appreciate it. How about Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes. Well, Mr. Gonzalez,
He's a volunteer. Did he go through it?
I'm sorry, remind me of which,
Wasn't Mr. Gonzalez disciplined by?
I'm sorry. Thank you for the correction.
He
Mr.
was
Dominguez.
disciplined by.
Mr. Dominguez, okay, yes. He did as well.
And we didn't take any action on that because he'd already been disciplined.
No.
Jose H. Gonzalez, he's a city inspector.
I think he was talking about Mr. Jorge Dominguez.
Oh, yeah, I know, but then he meant Mr. Gonzalez.
Yeah, no, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Thank you, Henry.
But, yeah, okay,
Mr. Dominguez, actually.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that people view us as a professional group and that we have credibility and that we're not the laughing stock of the city here where we order something and it doesn't get done because none of us are gonna follow up. We're not here every day. So yeah, if you can actually, at least I would like to see where he registered somewhere, some document where he was registered to attend and the date. I
We can
mean,
include the dates of the training. Yes.
I would appreciate that, Ms. Paul, because for some odd reason, I have doubt that these actions are taken, because
Okay, We'll include the dates, and we do follow up. I mean, we do get confirmation from the, and for instance, Mr. Dominguez, the training that he takes is that, which is online, and so he sends us confirmation
Yeah.
that, yes, I did take it on this date, and then we include that in our file, and I'll make sure to include those
Put it
dates
in
there.
our,
Yes.
Yeah, perhaps on any of these people will have to undergo some sort of training or discipline, have a follow-up report maybe within 3 months of the date of the discipline,
that would be nice.
or something reasonable. That way we have an idea that whatever discipline that is handed out by the commission is in fact followed through.
Okay, we can include a report for you all's consideration at the next meeting
Right.
for the follow-through. Okay.
And did Mr. Chavez complete his training?
Yes, he
Because
did.
there's no date on here either.
Okay, well, I'll get you that. We'll amend the report to include the dates that the training was completed.
Okay.
You're going to amend, Ms. Paul, you're going to amend this report again?
Yes, we'll amend it.
And then you have to bring it back?
No, we can we can do it subject to the amendments. Like, in other words, we make a motion to approve it with the change of the 6 to an 8, and the other things that we just talked about.
Okay, that's fine, just wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
And I do have another question. Does this gentleman have a right to appeal the commission's decision?
Have to go back and check the rules on,
Yes, he has the right, but you're asking whether he did or he didn't?
No, just want to know they have a right to make an
Yes.
appeal to their decision.
They do, that's part of some of the rules from the commission, from the ordinance.
Okay, and so in part of your report, do you make any notation if there's an appeal filed?
if there was an appeal filed, it would come before you to have it reconsidered. So if it's not there, I mean, we can, include in there if no appeal was filed, that no
I
appeal.
don't mean to give you more work, but it would.
Make it, if it makes it more
Clear up that
clear.
in my mind.
Sometimes, Mr.
Okay.
Garcia, what they'll do is in lieu of appealing, they'll agree to the discipline and follow through with that and accept it that way.
I see, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm picking up on this.
I was gonna say that we can circulate the report with the next, next time we circulate the minutes, so you all would be able to see the changes that were made to the report.
Well, I think you need a motion for us to approve it, right?
Yeah, once you do that, just so that you know that the changes were made.
I'd like to make a motion then, subject to the changes that we have requested, that it be approved.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Against? None against? Motion passes, subject to the amendment raised by Mr. Pease. And next item is item number 6, executive session. Is there any need by anyone here in the commission to go into executive session?
If there is such an item to be, then
I don't say anything.
Okay.
Well, I've got a question. There's a lot of talk of changing one of the codes in here, specifically 203 with the city council. And they have not, how you say, come out and say exactly how they're gonna change it. Is that for us to say, yes, you can change it, or how does that work?
You
With
know,
all-
I'm not entirely certain, but I think that and that's a good question, because I've been asked that question, and I understand that there may be a request for us to submit any recommendations. However, before it can actually be considered and changed, it would have to go before council with a final version of the language of the amendment and then considered and approved by city council.
Yeah.
Is that correct, Ms. Paul?
right, and with all due respect, that is not on the agenda, so I would.
Yeah, I'm just asking a
Yeah.
question to try and leave the door open for, for that at a later date.
Right, and you can put something like that on the agenda to be considered at the next meeting, that you want to have some discussion with possible action on
Okay.
a particular matter. But it's not on the agenda for consideration today.
Yeah, I know it's not on the agenda, but it's a question, that
Sure.
it's been a lot of controversy about it, and there's no clear definitive answer as of yet.
I understand. Ultimately, though, per city charter, it is council that approves, ordinances and any amendments to. You all, as this body, can make recommendations, and if you all have such recommendations, we can certainly, if you all so move here, we can take your recommendations and then present them to council.
Okay.
That's it, isn't it?
Yes, there is no executive session. Is there a move to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? None? Motion passes. We adjourn.